morning, it's Hot Seat. It is not Sunday. And if you go, wait a minute, what's he doing there on Saturday? It's because we've been talking about medical marijuana authority for a long time. You've promised that the legislature is going to address this, the problems there, and it sounds like that you have.
Well, this has been a great session for medical marijuana regulation. And again, let's be clear what we're talking about. We want citizens voted for a good medical program free from all these cheaters that are out there. Pro Tem Treat and I finally passed a bill that I've been pushing for 3 years. OMA is now going to be a standalone agency, and there's a series of reforms that are coming. And I got to thank, by the way, Senator Paxton, Senator Garvin, Senator Leewright, Representative Fettgetter, Cornwell, Representative Marty. Like, this has been a group effort, and some big stuff's happening.
Somebody hand him the trophy after thanking all those people. All right, what's next for the authority? I mean, they've got a new leader. She apparently has been doing a great job, but it's all changing, right?
New director does a phenomenal job. Now, it's going to be up to the governor with Senate confirmation as to who the director of the standalone agency will be. But Adria Berry, who's the current director, has my absolute trust. I think she's doing a phenomenal job. What will end up happening is we're going to get rid of the red tape so they can move faster to deal with the cheaters in the industry. Remember, this isn't about legitimate medical marijuana businesses that are following the rules, that are doing proper testing, that have insurance, that are not using human trafficking, which is happening inside this state. But this is about getting those people out of the state. We've been promising on this show. It's been a big year for that reform.
Maybe less front page New York Times stories on this.
Yes.
Give me an example of when you say we're getting rid of the cheaters. Can you give me just a little bit of a look at how that's going to happen?
Absolutely. I'm actually on a text string with a series of members and Mark Woodward about the various busts. And I think OB&DD,
right,
who does a great job. Whole agency does a great job. They've been significant busts where we're busting international gang affiliates and putting those people in prison. I think a message is being sent, and that's constantly happening, but it has to happen more, and it's not happening fast enough. Because see, in the meantime, legitimate businesses that are following the rules, they're having a hard time surviving. This was an area where legitimate Oklahomans were saying, regulate the market correctly and get rid of the cheaters, and that's the type of example that we want to see more of.
Okay, let's stay in health, but shift a little bit. Mental health challenges all over this state. We've even dedicated a stream every 2 weeks on Mitchell Talks. You've done something else, the legislature has, that are going to help first responders on these particular challenges.
Boy, this might be a bill, one of the bills I'm most proud of I've done in my 10 years in the legislature. With the help of former floor leader in the Senate, Senator Kim David, we were able to pass a bill that creates a statewide mental health center for our first responders and our state police officers and other first responders. You know, those that carry a badge and the gun and go into harm's way to protect us, they deserve nothing but our respect and our support. And I will always support our men and women in law enforcement. And I'm so proud to create this statewide mental health center that's going to help them with some of the unique challenges they deal with. Okay,
so let me see if I can I think I know where you're going with this. These people, first responders, cops, firemen, they deal with some of the most traumatic, they witness the most traumatic things in society. How did this come about to be?
Well, really, this was the leadership of Kevin Stitt that originally did it, but we also have Secretary Tricia Everest, Secretary Chip Keating, former Representative Jason Nelson. They all came together. They're looking at law enforcement consolidation and this mental health package about how can we help, especially our troopers, who we are going to get a big pay raise to, but all of state law enforcement, how do we help them with the unique mental health challenges that they go through? And it was their leadership. I just got to take the football and carry it over the goal line. I'm looking forward to that being created.
Okay, we've got about 30 seconds left. My question would be, I'm jumping ahead here, but my thought is, things that you learned about mental health in this particular session working on this bill, when you're looking down the road to the challenges of our mental health issues in this state, your thoughts?
Well, we've got to continue to invest in that areas, and we have to invest in the unique challenges. I think the next step is I would love to figure out how can we better support our teachers? How can we better support our healthcare workers? You know, during this pandemic, nurses, doctors saw far more death than they ever signed up to see. We need to start talking about the specific trauma with our children and our other people in high trauma areas. How do we invest? And our mental health director is doing a great job. How do we continue to support her?
Okay, so you're going to have a session next year, right?
We are.
Okay. Leader Jon Echols, thanks for doing all this. We appreciate it. He's been saying it for a long time. Looks like it's happening. See this again at news9.com/yourvotecounts and follow me on Twitter @MitchellTalks.